Many young Africans are using technology to challenge the status quo and advocate for transparency and accountability in their government. They are using social media to organize and voice their grievances in the face of government resistance. VOA's Paul Ndiho spoke to Dr. Teju Baba, a West African physician, podcaster, and author of 50 African Pioneers, who says that technology could bring about the desired change.
Young people today have moved beyond the dreams of a previous generation, where, I mean, there was a generation, of course, that came right out of colonization, where your objective was to have a family, to feed your family, to build a house, and to live a comfortable life. And I think that generation is now retiring, and the new generation, as you can see in the events that are happening across the continent, in Kenya, the protests in Kenya, in Nigeria, you can see it has one common link, is that these young people are thinking, it doesn't matter what happened to me. I want things to change. And that links me to an African wisdom that I put as a banner for the book. It says, if your dreams are all about yourself, then they're not big enough. You see, that for me is what this Gen Z generation is doing. It's not about them anymore. They have been to school, they have degrees, they don't have jobs. They could just manage for themselves and try to get out of the country and go somewhere. But they're like, no, things have to change here.
From your vantage point, what do you think is pushing these young people to be out there trying to challenge the status quo?
Most of them were born in an age where technology was already booming, but also went to school. A lot of them went to school. They really had a belief in the story that if you go to school, then you get a job and you can live a good life. And they can see that things are not the way they were told. They have the technical and the intellectual capacity to analyze those things and to put things together. And then they have technology to talk among themselves, to communicate, to prepare. And that is what is surprising our leaders. Because you know what? They didn't know it. I mean, our leaders don't think the technology is that strong. They really think it's still about WhatsApp, just chatting, Facebook. But the technology that they're using is not just Facebook. There's all the other ways that they are communicating that people cannot crack.
Smart people like you have argued that technology in tandem with social media is the new enemy that our leaders didn't know they had. How can our leaders on the continent maybe figure out how to stay on the good side of this technology?
I'm hopeful that because of those pushes that people are doing, because of the movement, the protest, slowly people will get to that point where they look like, okay, we need to do something. And if you look at the Western countries, it's the same. They went through times like that in the past. The youth brought the issue to the table, and the government fought back and fought back and fought back. But then ultimately, there was a balance that created itself somewhere, and then people kind of reach a success. So I really hope that will happen.
Dr. Teju Baba is a West African physician, podcaster, and author of 50 African Pioneers.